what we want to do is show you, we have our clinicians. These are all national umpires. They've all done national championships. Okay? Now we want you to see exactly what they are doing. I want you to take a particular look at Craig's eyes, and I want you to look at his timing. When does the ball enter the glove? When does he make the call? Okay? One thing we've been noticing a lot of the times, and we expect this, is you make the call because the ball's coming towards the catcher. You're not seeing the ball all the way into the catcher. And we don't expect you to do that at this stage. Okay? Hopefully we've gotten you a little more comfortable being behind the plate.
On the rubber. Set.
What you're seeing is the Nicky Ross Memorial Umpires School. Nicky was the president of Mississauga North Baseball Association for a number of years and was very active both as a clinician of umpires and as a supervisor of umpires as well as the greater baseball. She started this school in approximately 2002. And then when she passed away in 2013, we decided we needed to keep her legacy going. So we've been doing it now for a number of years. I've been personally involved for 12 years. We have a number of clinicians. This year we have 32 students. We have 8 clinicians who show up every week. This week's a little different because we're doing all about pitching. So we've got 8 different stations that the students are going to in small groups, which means that we're actually using 12 clinicians. It's a huge ratio, 4 students per clinician.
The rule that it is intentions. It is not just the pitcher you eject. It is the pitcher and the head coach of that team.
Really?
The second warnings are issued, it requires you as the umpire to eject the pitcher and the manager. And the manager or head coach is going to have one umpire.
You're the first umpire. We're going to have one guy standing here, one guy a little further back. All you're really going to do is just start flashing numbers. So you're going to call this one, you call 6, you're going to go over here, 2. Now the reason we're kind of staggered like this is so that you're going to move eyes. Okay? So for the beginning, it's just going to look like this. All at the same height. Then we'll start changing heights. Then your eyes down.
On the rubber. Set, and then we drop it in. Take about 2 seconds, 2-3 seconds in between each command or yell, okay?
On the bubble.
That's it.
Set.
Perfect. That's the way you do it.
I want you to consciously turn your body and stay straight with it. So the longer equipment is protecting you in front. Okay? Beauty, way to stay in there. I like that.
Up and down without anything. So we call that the start and stop. Right? It can be anything. As soon as that pitcher starts that motion, has to deliver the ball. Beautiful. Who's got another one? Oh, lefty. Did you throw the ball?
Nope.
Ah, big difference. See what it is? So lefty throwing to first, or righty throwing to third. Okay, same thing. Step. No problem, nothing's wrong there, but I have to throw that ball. If I don't throw the ball, it's a block.
So you don't show the color, try to hide that, okay? Then you just give it a light chuck to your partner, and your partner's head is supposed to stay as stable as possible. Okay? Try to get a little arch.
Now give me a straight one. One more with a straight 3. You know, have you umpired? Okay, good. Okay. So for straight 3, it's just a little more exaggerated. Exactly. So one more with a straight 3, and then we'll switch it up. Okay. Straight 3. That's good. That's good. Stuff. First live pitching. Let's see how you're in 10. No. So you have to judge in those cases whether or not a batter went after the ball, okay, to hit the ball. That's the key thing to a check swing. So as we go on from the check swing, we now have one more thing that happens. Our main purpose when we are behind the plate is to call balls and strikes. We need to call the balls and strikes. We have to concentrate as the plate umpire on calling the ball and strike and leave the batters alone. Right there.
Beyond that, what's it clock? So now you can probably see a little bit better, right? You can probably still see this. Get down. Still see this? Now you can see a little bit better. You're not crowded up your head, right?
You don't want your head, chin, to be below the catcher's head. So now, don't drop your head below like stick, but do everything else the same. Still got to stay on the other side. Have your instep right here. So move this foot up. There you go. Good. So that was much better.
So this really helps prepare them for a more advanced game, and those who come. I came to this clinic my second year in 2001, and it's one of the things I remember all throughout my career, and I'm going into my 18th season now. It's the engagement from the fans and the coaches. When you have a 12 or 13-year-old, or in some cases 11-year-old umpire, and you've got a 35-year-old or 40-year-old or even older coach, that is always an interesting dynamic. But we find that preparation like this really helps keep them in the sport. If they come to a course like this, we have them in the sport 5+ years. If they don't have a good first season, then, because let's say they have a couple of those confrontations or whatever, and they weren't prepared, then we find that they leave, and that affects us too, because then we have to try to go out and try to get more umpires.
There is a shortage of umpires. It's a continual problem, and the reason why is typically we're trying to get children, 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, 15-year-olds, who we've told their entire life, you've got to listen to your elders, you've got to do what they tell you to do. And now we're turning around and telling them, well, you know what? You now have to tell people that are older than you, it's time for them to go back to their bench.
You see the engagement here on a day like this, but that's one of the constant messages throughout the course is building that kind of confidence and getting them comfortable. We want them to use their umpire voice. We want them to talk. We want them to ask questions. So that really helps prepare them this season.
Teach them what the real rules of baseball are, and to encourage them to take an active part in that part of the game. It'll help them as players. It'll help them in life.
Ball 2!
You'll find a way to live these dreams you hold.